Hello, Jane Fays here from Sydney, Australia. In this video, I'm just going to do some gel prints using my photos, which I've printed onto just normal white bond and using a laser printer. I don't find that all laser printers are equal. So if you're struggling to get a good gel print, it could be the quality of the toner in your laser printer. This particular one is printed on a Hewlett-Packard and I have pretty good success with those prints, but I also have access to a Brother laser printer and I'm not getting anywhere near as good a result. So that could be something for you to think about. If you've got a good photo you believe is a good photo for image transfer, maybe take it off to a copy or a print shop and ask them to print a copy out for you and give that a go. So we're going to try this nice old truck today, and just to go over my materials, obviously using a gel plate, I'm using a Speedball 4-inch brayer, I'm using Amsterdam acrylic in black oxide. I tend to just like black. I don't know what colours I'm going to collage these into, so I think I just prefer to just stick with the black. And the medium which I lift the image off the plate onto the tissue is Liquitex matte medium. The brand doesn't particularly matter, there's lots of them, but it's the fluid medium in matte. So that just goes over some of my materials. Alrighty, let's go. So just a little bit of the black acrylic on the plate, brayering it in nice and evenly. I find that the black paint can be just a fraction thicker than when I'm doing the magazine. So I'm just going to leave a bit more on than I normally would, keeping it light and really trying to get rid of those brayer marks, and we'll try and lay this down and lift it up quite quickly. Pressing out the air bubbles, and let's see how we go. Sorry about the bumps. Alrighty, that's come out beautifully. Alright, I'm going to get my hairdryer onto that just to set it, and I'm also going to put my brayer into water to wash it out, and then we'll go on to the other step. As I said, I do use a hairdryer, very cool setting, and I make sure my hands there so I'm aware of how hot the hairdryer is. So excuse the noise. I don't edit my videos because I like you to know in real time how long things are taking. So sorry about the noise. I'm just going to dry off that paint on the plate because I don't want it smearing when I add the matte medium. And I'm going to print this off onto tissue. Because I find that the tissue, well, I found just recently the tissue is so versatile when it comes to doing collage. So that's quite dry. And I've also been asked about the tissue that I use. I actually use this one. I just ordered it through Amazon. It comes in quite large sheets and I just cut the whole pack into 4. So that once I cut it into 4, it comes down to sheets this size. So good size for the gel plate. Okay, so that's dry now. And we're just going to put a little bit of the matte medium on. If you've only got one brayer, obviously just wash that out and make sure it is dry well, but I have a second brayer, and so I'm going to use that now. Okay, so just a little bit on the plate there. It's nice and slippery, this matte medium, but just make sure it gets in all the corners. Again, just get rid of excess if you find that you've got any excess. Try and get rid of those brayer marks. All right. I'm just going to lay that down gently. Trying to get rid of the creases. They will still occur, but if you try and smooth it down as well as possible. I'm so sorry about the bumps. And again, I'm going to dry that off. I can feel it's cool and a bit squidgy, wet through that transparent, the tissue. So excuse the noise of the hairdryer. So giving it a good massage on the lonely edges. And I find that once you've got that, you've got a handle on how much black paint to put down, really you should be able, and plus also, you know, you've got a good contrast in your photo and you've got a good laser printer. You should find that almost every one of your prints comes out well. But, you know, there are a few variables and it does take time. So I think that's ready to come off. And there's our gorgeous truck emerging. So that's trying to grab all those grungy edges. And there's our truck ready for some great collage.